What's wrong?
Nothing. Waiting.
4.
It to go live. Hey, welcome to another edition of Purpose for Forever.
We're back.
All right. Whoever comes through this evening, I know it's been a minute. It's been a while. So we'll get into that maybe next episode next month. We got a couple of guests coming through the next couple of weeks to kind of help us come back.
Get our life in order.
So we have for my computer shuts off. We have a guest this evening. The Banks. It's their first time with us. We're going to be talking about life, love, and exercise, and you'll understand when we get into it. So sit back, relax. I'm gonna admit I dropped the ball. It's supposed to be a new intro, so just bear with us when we throw an oldie but goodie in it. Can we do an oldie but goodie? Let's see.
See
what I got. Yeah. All right, let's go.
Me and you together, our purpose for forever. Won't let nothing ever tear us apart. Me and you together, our purpose for forever. Won't let nothing ever tear us apart. Me and you together, our purpose for.
Oh boy.
Yes.
when he said an oldie but goodie, he really went back to like our very first intro ever that I absolutely hate.
Everybody loves the song though. Everybody loves the song.
Yeah,
You was jamming.
you were jamming to the intro.
Everybody
Okay,
loves the song.
so you guys introduce yourselves.
Yes.
She's Karolyn. I'm.
Larry.
We're the Banks fan.
We
The
should
Banks
wear
fan.
shirts.
All right.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, so Carolyn and Larry. So we have a couple of basic questions, but since we met you guys under such interesting circumstances,
Right.
so why don't you tell
Divine.
everybody?
Divine.
Right, tell everybody how we met you.
You want to tell? You're a
So
better storyteller.
the how. So the way it happened, we came down to Atlanta.
Before you get into it, can y'all pull the mic a little closer or turn it up?
Yeah, you
Turn the
guys
gain
sound
up.
really low.
There's a gain on it. It looks
All
like you have a
right.
Yeti. So at the bottom, on the under part of it, there's a gain. There you go.
All right. How's that?
Yeah. A little more.
Did that do it? How about that? 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, it's
Good.
better.
Okay.
That's better. Not what you like.
You want to put it right there?
Well, we can hold it. How about we put it right here?
All right.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
better.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. So we came down Atlanta for Carolyn's friend's vow renewal, the 25th.
Yes.
I think it was 25th.
That
Yeah.
sounds all
It was
right.
the 25th vow renewal, and we was getting dressed, and as we left the place, Carolyn goes, "Oh yeah, if we don't get there with it on time, that they're gonna lock us out." And I was like,
Right.
and at this point, I look at the GPS, and it's like, oh, it already was saying that we were gonna get there after the time. I'm like, you took all this time, and you knew this part. You think you'd have told me this part of the equation. I'm like, all right, fine. So I'm here. Burn Rubber coming through the city. I'm like, I ain't getting locked out of this router. We flew all the way down here to Atlanta. Do all this rental here to pull up, get locked out. I drive around trying to find a parking spot, a park, and then as I walk up, I saw Dallas sitting outside with a bag in his hand. And I was like, oh, if you not let in, ain't nobody getting let in. And so as I'm saying that, we have to look over and we see this couple walking through the grass and everything, and Carol had commented, right? It was you guys, right? And then we all standing out front waiting to get in, and then they really made us wait and wait and wait, and when we finally they let us in, I'm looking like, okay, they didn't have no space for us anyway if we got here on time.
Right.
So I was like, okay. So then we always crowd out the front door. And I was like, all right, Karen, let's walk to the other side since there's more space over there. So we go to the other side. I think we were the only couple that did that. So they started pulling tables out, right?
Yes.
And they was like, all right, you guys can start sitting. And we just randomly sat at a table. And you guys happen to sit there. And usually when I sit at a table of other people, I prefer to like try to like not just sit there and talk with just Carolyn, because I talk with her all the time. But yeah, at the table fair, we all, get to know each other. And since you guys were the closest, I bet your guys' ear, I think, the most. Like Samantha was sitting there, Sam was sitting there like, can he stop talking? Because I'm trying to enjoy myself. Nah, no, you did. It was a total opposite. I think we were dialoguing the most, and but we asked questions, and you guys gave us some advice. It was like, oh, run away. Came to the start. But towards the end, I know Sam had looked at AD and was like, you should introduce him to BOL. And I didn't know what I was talking about. Like, he talking about codes or something like this.
Right.
But yeah, it was. So I like to look at it like at least Purpose for Forever, but our purpose for coming down there wasn't to witness the vow renewal. It was to actually meet you guys. So
awesome. Yeah. That was cool, man. Yeah, it was kind of a different connection.
Yeah, it really was, because normally he could tell you I'm not the person that talks to strangers.
Right.
I normally don't talk. I normally do not talk to people I don't know. You can sit next to me all you want to.
Right.
I'm not saying nothing.
Right.
Like, that's not me. Usually he's the one that, that sees somebody and just start talking. I don't know. I can't even tell you what it was about you that just made me like just want to talk to you. But you're right. I think we talked more the whole night than really anything.
Right.
Like, and even going home, I was like, I don't even talk to strangers. Why was I talking to this man? Because I typically don't. So yeah, it was a match meant to happen for sure.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So of course we always ask the typical question, our standard question. How did you guys meet?
Yeah, tell us your love story.
The love story.
Oh wow!
Come on, Carolyn. Tell us the love story.
He was following me all around campus.
Nah, you gotta start from the beginning.
And you just gave in.
I'll start it, and then I'll punt it. I'll punt it to her. So she'll come in on he was following me around, right? So
okay.
This was back in 96, where what was it, 97? 96, where they were trying to get the college students to get into voting, and MTV had this campaign called Choose or Lose, and I was actually a part of bringing MTV to campus and doing this whole Choose or Lose programming. Which I'm gonna go do a quick aside, which is why I was there most of the time when I'm not at class. I was helping with things. So we had this karaoke video that they were doing, right?
Okay.
And my friend Jason, peace. Me and him went to do a song "Summertime" by Fresh Prince. It was
Okay. Okay.
right? And he was like, "Yo, Larry, let's get a bunch of girls in this video and we just be like cooling and stuff." I was like, you know what? Right. So the thing is, I knew like I worked at the front desk of the dorms or the resident halls as we call it, and we and I had access to a lot of the girls on campus. I knew them; they all knew me, and they would come to the desk and hang out, right? So I was like, you get over here, get this video. So then I looked at him and was like, you know what? I'm gonna pull a girl that I don't even know.
All right.
And I'm like, I said this, knowing that I was like, this is not gonna really happen. So I take my chances. I look around and I see this girl with her patch of braids and her backpack walking across the parking lot. And I was like, her. So I run across the street and run up on her and go, yo, what you doing? And she's like, I'm out of class right now, just chilling. And I was like, we doing this video where we're trying to bring a bunch of girls in and do Summertime. You down? She liked Fresh Prince, so that's what really made her down. So she said yes, and then came over. The next thing that happened was I'm walking around now, those girls, other girls that I had in the video, after we was done, they was talking to me and everything. So she comes up and taps my shoulder and goes, hey, I want to do this video. Can you do this video with me? I'm like, sure. And lo and behold, our theme song for our entire, as long as we've been together, has been this song. It was "You All I Need" by Meth and Mary.
Okay.
If it is a karaoke time, that's what we rock. We tend to rock that one, right?
Unless they play the wrong version.
But yeah, so I didn't know this was going to happen at the time, and then. So afterwards, she goes, she wanted to get a copy of the video once, so she gives me her number. I'm like, oh, got the digits. And then she goes, yeah, because I want to show this video to my boyfriend. And then any other words that came out, I was like, why is she still talking to me? Right? And
boyfriend. So I got a question. Did you actually show the video to your boyfriend?
Nah, I'm pretty sure.
But apparently her dad
I did take it home though, yeah.
Oh gosh.
We need to go watch that.
I saw the moves I was putting on her. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, oh God.
That's why I need to watch it again. I don't think I ever said this before, but it was also partly like you reminded me of Method Man. Minus the lazy eye. Well, really the glass eye. Minus the glass eye.
That's so funny. So I got a question. After you did this video, how long did the boyfriend last?
Not very long. Not even, it wasn't the whole school year.
Oh, wow.
At all.
Yep. Found out that the boyfriend was in Germany and in high school.
Oh.
I was only a freshman.
Okay.
I was a pre-junior. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah. Anyway.
Opportunity right there.
So you pursued her even though you knew she had a boyfriend?
Mm-mm.
It didn't even happen that way.
Oh.
No.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, I was a commuter. So in between classes, I didn't have nowhere to go. He had an on-campus job. So I would just go to his job because I was like, I don't know nobody.
Right.
So I just went there. We would just talk.
So y'all like became friends first?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It was a genuine friendship. It was a
Yes.
real, because because I didn't find out the deets about the boyfriend until later on, but it was like, I'm like, hey, what's up? So she would hang out at the desk.
And so, how
And
long have you guys been married?
let's see.
23 years.
23.
23.
Okay.
Okay.
And you have children?
Yes.
Yeah. We had two of them, 24-year-old daughter and 21-year-old son.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kids in school?
Well, the daughter, she's done. She has her master's already in
Okay.
higher education. And our son is in his senior year. I told him I'm saying it's his senior year regardless, but it's his senior year of college. He may have to do an extra semester or or two. We'll see what happens, but it's his
Nice.
senior
So
year.
you guys are empty nesters.
Nice.
So how has that been?
Well, to anybody who's becoming an empty nester or will be an empty nester, don't do what we did. Don't get a puppy. And if you get a puppy and that puppy looks like the puppy's lonely, don't get a second puppy. So then you stuck with two puppies. That's my PSA there, because it's like we started all over again.
Right. Right.
All over. It's a little bit different. They don't cry as much. They are needy. They are needy.
Yes.
And then we can't just pick up and go.
Right.
Right.
Right. We have to plan for them as well. So
Okay.
other than that, it's like, we cooking? No, wanna go somewhere? Sure. Let's go.
Yeah, but we about to nip that in the bud.
What do you mean, the dogs?
Or going out.
Oh, going out. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Y'all be doing a lot of that. Gotcha.
I mean,
not really. I don't think we do it as much.
Yeah, so maybe over the past week, but we did good there for a good couple of months.
Right now, I'm
right. They do wine.
They do wine.
I'm intermittent fasting right now, so he kind of doesn't like it because I eat my meal in the middle of the day, and it'd be like dinner time. She's like, "You're not cooking?" I'm like, "Why should I cook? I'm not eating." If I'm in the kitchen cooking, those who cook, they know, you get the chef's choice while you're making the food, right? So you tend to get full.
So you guys are both on your health journey, like, so is this been a habit that you've started? Huh? Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so tell us what you guys do professionally.
Okay, let's start there.
Yeah.
Oh, I am a CPA. I work for an investment advisor. I'm their in-house tax advisor.
Guru.
So yeah.
And and I'm an IT professional. I work for Temple University in Philadelphia. Yeah. And I work as an assistant director of IT. So pretty much I work in the infrastructure side of it. So it's fun.
Okay, and what are your personal endeavors?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I teach Zumba.
Okay. Zumba.
And that's about it for me.
So I think I'm gonna kind of one that I did have was retire early once my son graduated from college. But I kind of had a taste of retire early from work, and I didn't like it. So I do not mind working for the man, but I do want to still pursue my own businesses, other streams of income on my own to sustain. But right now, I actually have no problem working for the man. Makes things a little bit easier. Bennies are the best. Benny fits.
So you have a business. What kind of business?
Yeah, the main one is paparazzi. It's a photo booth services, and then
Right.
paparazzi photo booths, and
Okay.
and I have several different offerings. I have the traditional open air photo booth, which I've been doing the photo booth. I've been in the photo booth industry since 2014, so I'm not one of those that's jumping into it. I have lots of experience. My first photo booth, if I would just compare that to what I have now, you'd be like, "Oh wow, you've grown." It was janky now. I told AD about how I can MacGyver something.
Right.
So someone had me a challenge. Like, "Yo, Larry, we just did this photo booth. You probably could have did this better." And they challenged me, and I was like, "All right, let me do it." And that's how I got started. My daughter was turning 16. I did her sweet 16. My goddaughter sweet 16, and a friend from my lodge is sweet 16, and that was what propelled me. And I enjoyed it. And now the other orphan I have is the 360. That's right now is a gimmick. I feel it's going to die out probably in the next 5 years. But
360.
The 360 photo booth is where the camera goes around you while you stand on the platform, and it creates a boomerang video, a slow motion boomerang video. It's always it's for the grandma that talks to the ticks. So but it's fun. I make it fun. I try to be creative with what the product that I produce with overlays on the videos and also custom designs on the printouts for the photo booth.
Gotcha.
Okay, and so I know maybe a little over a year ago, was it been 2 years ago, you had some issues, right?
Yeah.
Can you talk about that without crying? I don't want to make you emotional.
He's the emotional one.
Yeah,
I know.
So I can still had a little setback 2 weeks ago, but as I cried through that, I came across I'm a guy that on social media I read the comment section a lot, and this line that somebody didn't realize they were speaking to me with it was your setback is getting you prepared for your comeback. So that kind of really rang through, and I was like, that's what I've been going through. But about a little over 16 months ago, I suffered what's called a hypertensive hemorrhagic stroke, and I'm just about to sneeze. That's what I'm like. No, the crowd. But I lost split down the middle, like the feeling on my entire right side. I was able to still move, which kind of, if you look at me, you're like, nothing wrong with you, boy. Inside and everything, the whole right side is all jacked up. But through lots of therapy, lots of tears, I did cry a lot. And this right here.
Me?
Is the thug. She really took that sickness and health and our vows. And I had just recently watched that our vow renewal and like what you were saying during the vows you had did or whatever. You even mentioned that, and but she really she let that. She was like, all right. I said I said say this in the hell, but dang, Larry. But she held me down.
I got you.
More than held me down, and
Got you.
Okay, so Karolyn, I know for him it was definitely a uphill battle, you know, regaining his strength and mobility and confidence and all of that. So from where you sit as his wife, you know, as his spouse, um, how was it for you?
So, I mean, like you said, when you look at him, he looks fine. So sometimes I forget. But so like I have to like for me, it was somewhat different, partly because so like I had lost my mom like 6 months before the whole thing happened.
Wow.
So I was like literally like, God, like what are you doing? Because like we just had a whole thing. So why are we here again?
Right.
So, I mean, when I think back of like he went in the hospital on a Friday and was out on a Sunday, and this was after going from Friday having the stroke, being medevaced out to DC, and then he's up and talking the whole time. So like I know that it was God in the midst of all of it. But yeah, like at this point, like sometimes I literally have to like well, more so he kind of reminds me when he's complaining, and then because when I look at him, I'll be like, get over here and take this trash, fix this, whatever. And he's like, or like we're walking and he's like 100 steps behind me, and I'm like, he's like, slow down. Like, oh my bad. So I literally do be forgetting.
I don't mind looking from behind. I'll be like, all right, I got something to catch. I got something to catch up to. But what I did tell her, I don't know if it was in the first week or two, because again, like I was physically feeling I was this half of me, like feeling as half a man. I said to her, I was like, hey, if it's a choice of you treat me as a patient or your husband, treat me as your husband, I'll figure everything else out. And I think that kind of made it a little easier, because she was like, I would think delicate, like, oh, he's not unbreakable anymore. We can break him. So I think that did it. That helped her out, son.
Yes. I don't know. I'm not a very good caretaker. So you're supposed to remind people to take their medicine, and I forget.
But my kids were here. They thing one and thing two. They were all that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't do a very good job on that front.
Hey, sometimes the kids got to come through. So
I did give you a pill box though.
You did.
That was my way of helping him remember.
Hey, listen. Hey, whatever you know what works. You know what works.
And she used to fill it. She used to fill it for me too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So now, well, prior to the stroke, you guys, you were working out, Larry. You started because from COVID, you started the kind of the workout group. And Karolyn was still doing it. You were doing the Zumba. So you guys were kind of like working two different spaces. Did you guys work out together during that time, or was it more after the stroke? Because I know that's kind of when I met you guys. You started your workout back up.
Yeah. So prior to COVID, I would always prior to COVID, I was always be like, hey, you should join the gym with me, you could do this. And then I would get her going to the gym every now and then, and wasn't as it was starting to get consistent towards closer to COVID. It was starting to get as consistent. But at the same time, she had this passion for Zumba that she became an instructor, and she started teaching out of a studio.
Right.
And then COVID hit, and it was like, everybody shut down. She wanted to still she was trying to come up with a way to keep her offering for Zumba. And then I was like, well, this Zoom thing here, you can use Zoom. We'll give me a name, and we came up with names, and it'll be a lit dance fit. Love is true.
Nice.
So again, like I said, I was telling you earlier, AD, how I'm like a MacGyver. I can MacGyver things, or I can do it right. So at the beginning, how my photo started, I MacGyver this for her. Was like, here's this, and then got her started. All right, and then over time we perfected. We got the mixer. We found a headset mic that actually worked.
Right.
That's you.
Thank you. So this she started doing that, and she had a decent following because everybody was trying to find something, right?
Right.
So she was doing that, and at the same time, I had people that I used to work out with on campus at work that I ended up reaching out to because I went into the basement one day. It's like, let me just start doing my workouts that I used to do on campus. So I started doing it, and I texted somebody, hey, you want to join me? And then I set up a Zoom. They joined me, and then we were doing it. Then they would invite somebody else. Next thing you know, I'm like, I'm seeing like 10 boxes. I'm like, okay. And it was like, and then it turned into from once a day to twice a day.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, let me get this a name. So I called my brother. I always call him when I need to come up with a name for something. And then we came with Live Core Fitness.
Nice.
For it, and that's how that was birthed. I bought the domain name and ain't use it at all, right? I created an email address out of it. So I sat on this thing for 3 years or whatever.
Wow.
Somebody, Mr. Walker, said, Larry, you need to get this website up. What's taking you so long? And website up. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Yes.
For pushing me.
Always.
But yeah, so starting this fitness thing, and yes, Carol would come down. She hated coming down at 6, 7 in the morning to come work out. She's like, fine, I don't have to go to work till 9 o'clock online, but I'll do it. And she was cool.
Not when you first started.
You was doing
it? I didn't
eventually.
have, right. When you first started, I wasn't going to work at nobody's 9 o'clock.
You started.
Like 8.
Okay. But she would come down, we do the workouts and everything, and nice. I was never alone because I know she was always going to be there. And
that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
And then now we do we gets it in now in the gym. She gets it in like now. It's at the point where I used to be the one to always be waking up like, all right, come on, let's go.
Right.
She'd be like, dude,
let's go.
Yeah, let's go. And so yeah, that we go, and the people in the gym, they notice that that we always in there together. And
that's good.
I told her that I made it a point that this is our fitness journey, especially when it comes to going to the gym, that I won't go without her unless she says it's okay. But I won't go to the gym without her. So,
that's nice. Okay.
So that's nice. Does it make it easier for you guys to stay committed to it, considering that you do it together?
It helps me because, as to rewind. So this has been, so he's been trying to get me to go to the gym for like back when it was Bally's. Y'all remember Bally's?
Wow. Okay.
He
That's
had a
throwback.
membership, everything. I went for like a couple weeks, and then I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Nah.
So so he would keep, he would keep going. He was doing
Right.
his thing, and he'd be like, "Don't you want to go?" And I'd be like, "Nope, I sure don't." And so when what made me start being consistent and why I'm so passionate about it was Zumba. Like I finally
Okay.
found something that I really enjoyed.
Right.
So like,
Right.
so when we joined the gym, the other gym before, they had a Zumba class. So I would go to Zumba and he would go lift. And then like he would like every now and then he'd be like, "Hey, why don't you just, do this little thing right here?"
Right.
And then like at first I'd be like, "No, let's go." And then one day I was like, "Fine." And I'm like,
Oh. Right. The struggles are starting. Yes.
so having that Zumba class and then him being so patient and like continuously be like, "Hey, why don't you do this, do that?" Then I finally was like, okay. And then getting to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm seeing like results and seeing the difference. Then it's like, all right, we got this. So like having him has definitely helped me to get that consistency and have that accountability to keep going.
Yeah,
Nice.
she went from no plates on the cable machine to she be like she was taking her own way. I'm like,
Oh my God.
Nice. All right. So the workout has kind of helped not only help your bodies but build your relationship.
yeah, you can say that.
Maybe.
I like the post workout selfies. Though we didn't take one this morning,
Okay.
Oh,
but
I
yeah,
don't remember.
we be like, we don't post that much on the gram, but
We don't post them at all.
yeah.
No, I haven't seen any post workout
we
selfies.
we have a shared
Folder,
shared
a photo
folder
album
on
Nice.
on the
and
iPhone.
we just dump the pictures in there, so we got plenty
That's
of
about
content.
it. Yeah, we haven't
Oh,
done
wow.
nothing.
So
And she has some content.
when your son first left to go to college and it was just you and Larry, the few moments before you got the dogs, right? Was it almost like, oh, okay, I'm left here with a stranger? Like, did you have a moment where you realized you had to reconnect, or was it just like seamless?
So, you supposed to say that?
Oh, go ahead.
You probably want to say the same thing. Maybe not.
Oh, I don't know.
So we're gonna take it back. But we had a rehearsal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So back when the kids were young,
Okay.
her parents lived in LA or in California, because it was outside of LA at the time. And they would fly. They started out with our daughter, and then we had the son, the same thing, but they would fly the kids out to Cali. And that first time our daughter went, we spent the whole summer on the phone worrying about her the entire time.
She wasn't worried about us.
Right? she had 2 birthday parties, the whole nine, because she was a summer baby or in the summer baby. And it was like the last week while we were while she was gone, we happened to look at each other and was like, hey, we could actually do things.
Yeah.
So we had practice. So every summer from then on,
Okay.
we were we were planning. We was like, oh, the kids are gonna be gone for a whole summer. What we doing?
Oh,
Right.
so y'all got okay.
I think we went on a cruise. I think we put them on a plane and we went the next day and like went on a cruise.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then we would, from there we would just kept planning stuff. So
Okay.
really and truly, I think when after our daughter left, I mean, it probably sounds horrible, but it was we pretty much at that point was like, peace. Like we was leaving our son in the house.
Well, I would dare to say when our kids was when they both were in high school, but at that point we were like, because if you had the same conversation with our kids, they'll be like, they stay leaving us, they stay going somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we found each other, that first summer was like, oh, wait a second, we can do stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Right. Okay.
I know
So it really wasn't it.
Started a long time ago. So by the time they left, it was like, all right, peace.
Right.
Catch you on the flip side.
Yeah.
Okay.
And where does your son go to school at?
It's Temple University in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's not that far away.
You know what I'm saying about those bennies? You know what I'm saying about those bennies, the benefits? Switch your mission. Thank the Lord. But yeah, it's for us about 2.5 to 3 hours from us. So not too bad.
Yeah.
Far enough that you got a plan, but not too far.
She said not horrible. We said not horrible. He said looking forward to them moving
to the next chapter.
Right.
Okay.
That's awesome. So
what does the future hold? I mean, you got what's the name of this thing? The fitness thing.
Live Core Fitness.
So you got Live Core Fitness.
Paparazzi.
Yes.
Oh, right. The paparazzi booth. You got your Zumba. So what does the next 3 to 5 look like for y'all?
That's a good question.
Well, so the next 3, the next one, or even shorter term, is the work on, and I won't go into too detail, but our Mr. Transparency is work on any pain points that we have. We brought it up yesterday, and I guess I'll just touch on this lightly. And it's a result of the Tuesday Brothers of Legacy podcast when about budgeting, and that's by the convo that we kind of had from both sides yesterday. I realize it's a pain point for both of us, and it's something that we need to overcome. When Pastor Ritter had did our what is it called? Premarital counseling. He one of the things he said was, finance is probably it's going to be an issue or whatever. And I was like, man, we'll be all right. We got this going.
I got you.
Every now and then, I still hear his voice. And when he, because he told us he was like in that premarital counsel. The first thing he said was, or the first couple things he said, he looked at Karolyn and said, "You love him?" He's like, "Yeah." He looked at me and said, "Hey, you love her?" I was like, "Oh my heart, that's my girl right there." He was like, "Okay, what happens after love?" And I was like, I don't know. He's like, that's when he started breaking all the stuff down with us in that counseling service, but the session, and yeah. I think we got through a bunch of the stuff, but I would say if it goes work on pain points, that I think if we work on pain points and we do it together, that will propel us past for another 23 or more.
Nice. Another 23.
And so I know you keep saying it, but tell me what exactly is a pain point?
Right.
You keep saying it. Tell us what that is.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Like, what does that mean? What does a pain point mean?
Oh,
what does that mean?
Where So we don't argue. We
Okay.
don't argue. What we do is we shut down.
Oh.
We
Okay.
shut down on each other.
Okay.
Like when you had to charge your laptop and use that 5%, and you was like, I need a little more time to finish this thing, and it shuts down on you. You can't access it anymore. We'll shut down, right?
Right.
And you plug your laptop back in. When you plug that laptop back in, you can still use it, but you never address the issue what really causes the shutdown. And that's what
Okay.
we would just plug back in and be like, we'll still get past it because we generally like each other and like being with each other. So
Right.
we'll try to like we'll either we do one or two things with any pain points is we either talk about it
Okay.
or save it for later.
Okay. Okay. Dealing with your pain points. Okay. Nice.
But what are the other goals?
Just keep growing, and yeah.
Yeah, and although you told us to run, the Lord told me to hang out for a little bit.
Right.
In our startup church. So,
Oh, I did not.
yeah.
Nah,
I
no,
forgot about that.
Yeah, you did. I probably co-signed on it. I'm sure.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm exaggerating with that said run, but it was like this. He was like, it's always a tread lightly, and and you wish us the best. You did give us best wishes with it. So and
Gotcha.
like and if we used to go through what it went from being 25, 30-minute commute to 45 to an hour commute now. And I was like, Lord. Here's the point. I actually didn't go to a service, and I was like, man. And the Lord was like, Larry, I need you there. He needs you there. And it's just I'm going to make a way, and it's all going to work out. And he's constantly making a way.
We have brunch after because there's some good brunch places over there.
Yeah.
Listen, you gotta find the things that make it happen.
Yeah.
You gotta find the things that
That's
make
what
it
it
happen.
is.
100%.
So that is funny. Let me tell you something funny. So on Sunday, because you said startup, Sunday we went to visit somewhere, just to visit because our church was, whatever. And the guy was kind of like, I see y'all here. And in my head, all I was thinking, I don't know what eyes you looking with because, sir, no, it will not. It will not happen. I mean, I don't believe that there's so much a startup because I think he's been doing it for a while.
Right.
But it seems like they're definitely like in like a rebuilding phase.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is still a big no for me.
Yeah.
But when he said it on Sunday, I was like, oh, people just come out their mouth and say that, there's no,
Yeah.
this is a lot. So listen, again, startups are not for the faint of heart.
Right.
I will say that.
No, it is not. And it was to the point somebody even came up and like, hey, you do what was it? I was doing a photo booth event and someone was trying to recruit me. And here you go. And it was closer. But
yeah, I don't know.
But I got out of the sound space for church a long time ago, and I don't really wish to get back into it. So there was another goal. I just can't think of it. I was trying to fill it with some fluff, but
yeah, I don't know.
you know, businesses.
Yeah, we
Maybe
gonna
I can get her. Maybe I can get her on stage.
On stage.
Oh, on
Okay.
stage.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Okay.
What are you doing on stage?
We probably do a couples bodybuilding competition or something.
Yeah. I don't know about
okay.
Figure, not bikini. I ain't having that.
Wait, what?
You're not doing bikini, doing figure.
I don't know the difference.
It's not really a big difference. But
No.
it's still better.
No. They wear something different.
I don't know.
All
I
right.
only see-
All right. So listen, we appreciate you guys for sharing your time here with us. And my people watching Another Purpose Forever. It's been a minute. So thank you for hanging out. Thank you, Larry and Karolyn, for being a part. We definitely look forward to having you guys back and maybe part of some of the couple stuff we got going on.
Yeah, we gotta work on pulling it together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little better this year. I'm gonna do
Right.
a little better.
All right. So again, we appreciate you. We appreciate everyone for watching. As always, love intentionally.
Love unconditionally. I didn't forget. And love on purpose.
Peace out. I'm gonna just shut it down.